Someday I want to be coach. I'd be a teacher. Someday I'm going to be a doctor. I'm going to be a councilman. I'm going to be the chief. I'm going to be my parent.
The ECCS is a group of motivated individuals in the community of Southington who are deeply invested in the growth, development, and academic success of young children. This collaborative has as its mission, all Southington children will enter school ready to learn.
The collaborative started because the Graustein Foundation was concerned about early childhood programming and the importance of it.
Children are our future. They're our business leaders, they're our teachers, they're our community members. We owe them the best possible start to their lives.
We level the field by providing quality early childhood programs that all of our children are exposed to and grow from.
I'm Mary Yuskis, and I am the director of the Early Childhood Collaborative in Southington. We really value living in this community because of its strong emphasis on children and families. We created a plan for Southington's young children that outlines areas of our work where we've been very successful in supporting the growth and development and academic success of young children, but also those areas where we need to do some more work.
To me, the most critical time in any kid's education is when they're, even before they get to kindergarten, the fact that we need them to be able to start learning how to read and go through all that process, because by the time they're in third grade, they really should be reading to learn and not just learning to read anymore.
We're hoping that the community at large starts to understand that by supporting children from the beginning, it will save the community time and resources in the future.
For every dollar invested, more than $7 comes back in the way of savings, as children need less help and remedial education to succeed in school.
The ECCS will be a central resource in Southington for all things early childhood.
The Family Resource Center has been a partner with the Early Childhood Collaborative to get as much information out to the community about the importance of early childhood programs and quality programs. We intend to work very closely in providing education and workshops for both parents and early childhood providers.
The ECCS is trying to reach out to as many families as they possibly can to make sure that children are prepared for kindergarten.
We have invested over the last several years more than $1.5 million to improve access to high quality early education, teacher training, curriculum development, and to support community collaborations like the Early Childhood Collaborative of Southington.
It is my goal as the director to become a recognizable resource in town. The ECCS will be the first thing that comes to mind. Southington recently completed a community plan for young children. The plan outlines support options for families in the areas of health and education. These new ideas can only be completed in partnership with other members of our community.
Families are struggling. Lots of families are forgoing preschool because they can't afford it. Meanwhile, the State Department of Education are putting much more demands on children in school.
There is a perception that Southington is an affluent community.
Southington is not an urban setting and therefore may not be one of the communities that would benefit from funding sources from the federal or state government.
We do have a wide disparity of wealth here in Southington.
Without programs like ours at the Family Resource Center or the free programs at the library, kids are getting to school never having had a preschool experience, never having been away from their parents, never having been in a group with a teacher instructing them.
We've discovered that one of our main goals is to communicate those programs that currently are in existence and are available for minimal, if any, cost to parents in our town.
The ECCS exists thanks to the hard work of many committed members, as well as those who contribute funding to our collaborative to allow us to do the work that we do.
The child who gets a solid foundation in social, emotional, behavioral, intellectual ways has a major advantage in coping and in adapting to school life from kindergarten and on.
This is where the Early Childhood Collaborative can come into play, where they can reach out.
While Southington has already dedicated some critical resources to help those members of our community who need it, our research shows that more needs to be done to help families in need, so that we can ensure that as many children in Southington are having opportunities for growth, development, and academic success that will allow them to be as successful as they can be in the future.